Howdy there, y'all. Yamasaki here. Welcome back to the channel, and today is the 4th RC airplane haul video. That's right, guys. You guys might be saying that I lied. In a way, kinda, but in the other way, not so. And let me explain. So, I went down this weekend with my buddy Jake, and I just wanted one thing from the guy. An electric starter for starting the airplane engines, specifically nitros. And that's all I wanted. But when I arrived there, he had a lot more than just a starter for me. I paid $20 for the starter, and everything else was free. He's just the guy that I've been buying all these airplanes from. He's been really busy and doing his own thing, and just doesn't have the time to sell all of his airplanes, so he's more or less, in a way, just giving me stuff at this point, because in his own words, he said I'm a good guy, and just that I'm a good guy. And let me tell you something, guys. This guy has given me so much stuff in the past, month, that I wouldn't have been able to get all this stuff 20 years going forward. All this stuff would have taken me more than 20 years to collect, and a whole lot of money. But I've been getting so much good stuff for so little money, and then the rest of it free, that I'm just grateful for it, because, I don't have to take the next 20 years and build up my collection, because now I already have a collection. I still want a few airplanes that I want to buy in the future, like maybe an extreme flight and a precision aerobatics. Other than that, I've got my work cut out for me for all these airplanes, because some of them are kits, some of them need parts, and some of them are complete and they just need repairs. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know why I have a 4th video coming out for the RC airplane hauls, and that's why. So without further ado, let's go and get this video started and go look at some planes and stuff. So stay tuned. Another thing I need to mention is this right here is the Twisted Hobbies Uproar. This is the first airplane I've ever flown out of all the airplanes that I've gotten from this guy. It does have a little bit of hanger rash from the ride home on the bottom of the wing, and I flew it like this and it flew just fine. It didn't care one bit. It's got a couple tears, but once I get some nice bright orange monocoat, I'll just cut all that stuff out and fix that. And then I did try and fly this airplane right here. I'm not sure what airplane this is yet. I'm just calling it the Aero Command at this point because, well, it just sounds cool. I tried to fly it the other day. The wheel came off the front, even when I was testing it on the stand, getting it all set up at the roads where I usually go down and fly. The wheel came off at high RPM, so I put it back on, and then when I was ready to taxi and take off, it fell off again, and I think it was a matter of the wheel came off, and it's just bumpy gravel, and there's roots everywhere, and so I hit the prop, and the prop broke, so I got to get that fixed. But that's that plane, and so that's it for everything right there, just old school news. So, on to the first airplane that I got. This one is by far my favorite one that I've gotten out of this haul. This right here is a Lanier Edge 540T 120 size RC airplane. Guys, this thing is beautiful. I don't have words, because it's just a beautiful airplane. I mean, I didn't even know he had this airplane. I didn't know some of the airplanes he even had that he gave me this time. But it's kind of designed like a giant scale in a way. It's a large scale. I tend to classify I don't know, 120 to 150 size nitros are large scale, maybe 10cc, 20cc, 30cc, 40cc's. Those are large scales to me, because the Roadrunner and that airplane right there, the Rose airplane is probably going to take a nitro. The Roadrunner's taking a 40 DLE or a VVRC 40cc twin, and so I classify it as a large scale. I I classify this one as a large scale, and then giant scale, you're getting up into like 100cc, 150cc's, you know, things like that. But it's kind of designed like a giant scale. It's got a wing tube. It's got wing tubes, so in the horizontal stabilizers, so these will pop out, and there's an aluminum wing tube going through there. It's got a wing tube here, so it's a two-piece wing. It also has this classic cockpit opening right here, so you can access all your electronics. I was surprised at the fact that it's a push-pull system for the rudder. So you got two cables that connect to the servo arm, and it pushes and pulls at the same time and moves your rudder system. It's kind of an interesting concept, but I'm glad that was set up, because I didn't want to do it if it was not set up, and I found it out. It's got a tank in there. It's got an OS. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's got an OS metal motor mount. I want to put a 120, I think it was a 120 AX 2-stroke on it, but I'm not sure yet. I'm having a hard time finding any size of nitro motor mounts. It's kind of ridiculous, and it's kind of making me a little mad. Yeah, that's the first airplane. Is a Edge 540T 120 by Linear RC. I posted this on Reddit, and guy told me that it is a Linear. I didn't at the time see that, but it does say Linear. I don't know how you pronounce it, Linear or Lanier, but on other news, I also forgot to show you guys this. This is an IBEC by Tech Aero. It's a battery eliminator, so I only have to use one battery, and this is going to be going on the Roadrunner. So that came in the mail. It's pretty nice. He did give me a whole bunch of rods this time. Not too much balsa. He did give me a bag of balsa, but this time I got a whole bunch of rods. This is one of them, and I've been just organizing them and stuff. There's another one down there. You got nye rods and just regular piano wire and threaded 440 and 256 wire and everything you could possibly imagine. I gotta get this all situated. And then I'm just calling these ones that have a wood dowel with a small metal rod coming out, I'm going to call them wood rod hybrids, just because, you know, it's a hybrid of wood and metal rod. I did also end up getting the rest of the control surfaces for the Roadrunner. There's the rudder, and then the two halves of the elevator, and then there's the ailerons. I don't know if I ever showed you guys those, but all the control surfaces for the Roadrunner are now there. This is another plane that he gave me this weekend. This is a Turnigi Banzai flying wing. He said that a guy had converted it to rocket powered, so that's why it's so weird looking. I did do a little bit of work. This is a giant PVC pipe right here, and then I don't know where it's at. It's right here. Right here, this looks like a 3D printed piece to me, but it looks like this went right here, and then it had it had a zip tie right here to keep it in place, and apparently the ESC takes an ignition system and it connects right here, and it shoots the flying wing in the air, and it makes it a rocket powered flying wing, which is pretty cool. I'm probably going to convert it back to just a regular push prop electric motor system. I did do a little bit of work. There was a piece of wood right here holding the Velcro on, but I've since then taken it off and slotted some holes for the Velcro right there. I did fix this because there was a little bit of lead right there. I will figure out the CG a little later. I think it has to do with the fact that there was a big giant rocket motor right here, and that might take some of the weight off since it's gone. A receiver went right here. I did paint this a little bit. Kind of makes it look like it's got a little cockpit now. Kind of cool. But yeah, got a flying wing. Gonna convert it back to its former glory. And then this right here was the receiver. It's a Turnigy receiver. I'm not sure what kind of receiver it is. I wonder if it's missing the casing or not, or if it just came like this, but that's the receiver that it came with. So, yeah. So that's pretty much it for everything that's in my room. We are not going in the attic this time because my attic is completely filled up and I literally have no more room. So instead, we're going to go into the addition upstairs and I will show you the rest of the stuff that I've gotten. So stay tuned. Alrighty. So this is the rest of the stuff that I've gotten. We'll start over here. This is some of the organization that I've done for all the rods and everything. Here's the nye rod support tubes, and I got all the nye rods in a bag there. There's some more metal rods and some wood rod hybrids and everything right there. This is what balsa stuff he gave me. I haven't completely looked at what's in there, but looks like there's some vertical and horizontal surfaces in there. He also gave me some of these chloroplast combat wings, he said. Kind of like this one, a cat. It's pretty cool. Two more. They're pretty much the same. This is just stuff that I had, you know, styrofoam, foam board. There is one over here that he gave me. He said this one is part of a flight test build. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure it is a flying wing. I'm gonna have to look it up, but I'm wondering if this is like the shape of it. So if you guys have any information on what it is, please feel free to comment down below and let me know. Got a random wing there and a random fuselage there. I'm not even sure what kind of fuselage that is or what airplane that is, but I think that wing might fit that airplane fuse, and I might kind of figure out how to combine them together because one, that wing doesn't have a fuselage, and two, that fuselage doesn't have a wing, so you get the picture. This is another one he gave me, a weird looking glider. The uniqueness of it is astoundingly weird because it is a fully aluminum metal fuselage. And I don't know what exactly it is, but that's the motor mount it looks like. I'm not even sure where you would put the battery on this thing. So, yeah, if any of you have any information on that, if it's a home built or it was a kit at one point, yeah, I'd love to know. This one, I couldn't figure out what it was until something popped into my head. It reminded me of a SIG 4-star, and that's exactly what this is. I think this one was kit built because I think there was an ARF that had purple for the monocoat on it, but not like this. I think it was a little bit darker and had more purple throughout the entire frame. I've never seen one of these, but this one came with a volt watch, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure what kind of motor is on it, but it seems to feel like it has really low compression, which is intimidating because, yeah, but I do love this muffler. I absolutely freaking love this muffler. Like, it's freaking cool. Like, I've never seen a muffler like that before, except for like really powerful pylon racers or whatever. Thing that got me on this airplane is it's also got a wing tube, and I couldn't figure out how these wings were to stay until I saw these little hooks that come through the wing, and you put a rubber band right there and it keeps the wings in place. It's kind of cool. So that's that airplane. Hopefully get it running pretty soon if I can figure out why that engine has such low compression. And then the last one is another Ace RC. This time it's a Seamaster 40. I have never heard of this airplane. I've never seen anything like it. It's kind of in rough shape, but it gives it character. Everything's there except for the servos and the engine. It does have landing gear on it, so I'm not sure if that's how it came or what, but it's designed for water, and it's a pretty cool airplane. I'm not sure what engine was on it, but it's very unique in a lot of ways. Like, I've never seen a throttle linkage bend upward and go through the fuselage onto the engine caddy like this. Like, it's just a completely different airplane to me. It's pretty cool. It's got some damage on the monocoque, it looks like, and everything like that, but you know, I'll fix it. It'll take time, but that's what this hobby's about, guys. It's taking the time to fix airplanes that you get and just having fun with them. And if you crash them, so what? If you get this big of a collection like I've been getting, one airplane ain't gonna kill you. Sure, you're gonna feel sad, but you're gonna have so many more airplanes that, you know, you're like, well, I got more airplanes. And then here's the rest of these rods here. More rod supports and metal rods and all that. Nice carbon. I can't tell if that's a carbon fiber wing tube or not. Well, not a carbon fiber wing tube, but just carbon fiber tube in general. What is this? 256. Okay. That's 256. But, yeah. That's pretty much everything. And then this is from one of the other hauls here. The guy said this may have been a road runner plan. I'm not exactly sure. But just let you guys take a quick look at that. It's pretty nice. But yeah. So I think that's it. I'm gonna be going back this weekend. He's gonna be giving me more free crap. I'm like inheriting his entire collection. It's kind of pretty cool. But yeah, I'll definitely have my work cut out for me throughout the years because of all these airplanes. But yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more content. And Yamasaki out. See y'all later.